and this trade dispute is having an impact on people in Texas. But I'd like for you to give your thoughts on how it will impact middle-class Americans, if you would.
Sure. So I think as it relates to China, it's appropriate to address the problems with China's trading regime as well. That's a very appropriate thing for the U.S. to do, and we've been doing it for a long time, and I think it's something to carry on. I think, and again, we're not in charge of trade, but I think it's hard to know exactly where this process goes. If it goes to a place where we lower trade barriers elsewhere and U.S. trade barriers go down, then it might be worth paying a little bit of a short-term price to get to that better place. Lower trade barriers, lower tariffs help our economy over time. They make for a better, more productive economy, higher incomes. They don't help every single group, and we need to do a better job of addressing the groups that are not helped by trade. I think if you go more broadly in a more protectionist direction over time for a sustained period, that is bad for our economy. That will mean lower incomes and lower productivity, and I just hope it doesn't go in that direction. But I think it's hard to say where it goes from here.
Well, we do have Canada and European allies engaged in the dispute currently. So it's a little bit bigger than China. To what extent it will grow is, I suppose, to be seen. But given that it seems to be consuming other nations as well, how, again, will this impact middle-class people, assuming that we continue along the path that we're going?
I think an open trading system worldwide with low barriers is good generally. It creates rising incomes for middle-class people and all different kinds of people generally. Not every group is helped, though, and we know that for factory workers who lost their job over the years. And I think we need to do a better job of addressing those issues.
So is it fair to say that persons who have been traditionally among those who are unemployed at a higher rate, that they'll be impacted adversely to a greater extent?
I think that's probably right. I think the groups who are it's groups who are more at the margins of the labor force, at the lower end of the labor force in terms of compensation, things like that, who get hit the hardest in a downturn. So unemployment goes up the most for those people, and I think they tend to be the ones who are hardest hit by downturns generally.